I was shocked to discover that my adopted sister was pregnant with my father's child. My family was stunned after hearing my inner thoughts. My father, who did not know his scandal, was exposed, was unhappy about having me back. He even told me to pay attention to my appearance. I agreed obediently on the surface, but I kept commenting about him in my heart, because I saw that he was not only secretly entangled with my adopted sister, he was also transferring my mother's assets in secret, which made me feel sorry for my mother. My two brothers could not endure it after hearing my thoughts. My second brother stood up and scolded me for talking nonsense, but his reaction left me confused. I did not know they could hear my inner voice, and my identity was far from simple. I was the only daughter of the king of the underworld. I often commented about others in the underworld, so I was kicked to the human world. Coincidentally, I possessed the body of a daughter just brought back from the orphanage. I calculated and found that the original girl had been disliked since childhood, and was eventually killed by the adopted sister. But my mother did not like me, who had just been found, so she warned me not to bully the adopted sister, or she would send me back to the orphanage. I was not angry even though she scolded me, because I knew she had a soft heart. But I did not expect her to hear all my inner complaints clearly. At this moment, my two brothers and the adopted sister returned. The adopted sister ran to me pretending to care, but I ignored her, because she had known I was in the orphanage 3 years ago, but hid it from my mother. They only brought me back because my eldest brother had kidney disease, and they needed my kidney. Everyone froze after hearing my thoughts. My mother questioned them if they knew where I was. My brothers denied it, but they were curious why they could hear my heart. The adopted sister pretended to be pitiful since I ignored her, saying she should move out because I was the real daughter. My second brother immediately scolded me. I ignored him, and wondered in my heart who fathered her child, since she was not with my second brother yet. And it might even be my eldest brother. These thoughts almost caused the brothers to fight. My mother stopped them in time. Seeing the situation go out of control, the adopted sister tried to gain sympathy again, but this time my mother vented her anger on her. At lunchtime, the adopted sister waited for my father to come home. She immediately grabbed his arm. At that moment, I realized the father of her child was someone else. With her support present, she prepared to frame me again. She used the excuse of serving me soup, planning to spill it and blame me. But I already knew her plan. I knew she would spill the soup, then cry and accuse me of pushing her. No one believed her anymore. Everyone stared at her closely. The next moment, she really spilled the soup, then wronged me in public. Right then, her fiancé arrived to discuss their engagement. But he also became someone I commented about, and he heard my inner voice too. He was confused. My eldest brother whispered for him to investigate the adopted sister. My father invited him to stay for dinner. He pretended to be busy and left. My brothers and mother began believing me, so they secretly entered her room to find evidence. But they found nothing. They began doubting me. I walked in at that moment, and mocked their stupidity in my heart. I said the adopted sister was already at my father's office, and the real show would begin soon. Hearing this, my mother was furious. She grabbed me and rushed to the company. Meanwhile, the adopted sister was indeed on the office sofa with my father. Soon my mother arrived in a rage, but the secretary blocked her, claiming my father was in a meeting. The next second, strange sounds came from the office. My mother pushed the secretary aside and flung the door open in fury. The real drama was only beginning.